humanities and social sciences, and at the same time, I'm doing my PhD degree in related fields of translation in Birmingham University in UK. That's it. Anyone is left so that I can nominate?
I think very good. I think
there's Julia, Burak, Farhat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. Because I see only
yeah,
one.
Farhat, yes, my colleague Farhat. By the way, I have met him with we have been to Barcelona in 2019. We have got a course also in translation. So go ahead, Farhat.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Farhat. And I was born and I live in Kyrgyzstan, and I work for the delegation of the European Union. And currently I am doing my master degree at HBKU, at the College of Islam and Global Affairs. And I would like to nominate Zahid.
Thank you for that. This is Muhammad Zaid Khan from Nepal. So currently I'm studying my second master's at Hamad bin Khalifa University in Islam and Global Affairs. Dr. Wasuli, I was very interested regarding the SDG, and I had written on a paper regarding the Citigroup and SDG, another bank as well. So, inshallah, hope I will contact you further regarding the SDG of bank with Dr. Tob. Thank you. So next maybe Amin Omar.
Hi, greetings everyone. This is me, Amin. It's a pleasure to be with you all. I'm a graduate from Hamad bin Khalifa, 2021 graduate from the College of Islamic Studies, and I'm very excited to get the ball rolling. So I guess the next person I will elect is Dr. Logan Cochran.
Hello, everyone. Professor in the College of Public Policy, and glad to join you for this event. I will nominate Riyada.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jano, interning at Riyadh for Social Innovation. I'm Lebanese, currently living in Lebanon, and I'm majoring in chemistry at the American University of Beirut. I'm very humbled to be here with you today. And I nominate Albert Bakhalil.
Hello, I'm Albert Bakhalil. I'm Lebanese. I work in environment and geography. I've been a teacher until this year. I've been teaching for 4 years. I nominate Logan Cochran.
Second time.
All right, welcome back. I'm Logan from the College of Public Policy, and I will nominate Alia.
Good evening, everyone. This is Alia Al-Madid from Qatar. I am a lecturer at the Doha Institute for Graduate Studies in the Master of Social Work program. I am certified in social impact measurement from Arizona State University, and will be joining Howard University in Washington, DC for a PhD program. I nominate Fatma, I think if she didn't speak yet.
You mean me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Fatma from Pakistan, but live in Qatar. Study master in Doha Institute, master journalism.
So for the sake of time, I'll just nominate Dr. Nihat. Dr. Nihat Gümüş. We cannot hear you, doctor.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's perfect now, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Evren, and good afternoon and good evening to everyone. This is Nihat Gümüş from Istanbul, İbn Haldun University. I am Doctor of Finance and academic staff at Ibn Khaldun University. In the last 4 years, I have been with UNDP as an Islamic finance advisor. It is great to see all of these, bright, brilliant faces, in front of me. Thank you.
Who else actually hasn't introduced himself or herself? I mean, Burak, Julia, I think you're remaining, please.
Yeah, I think it's Julia and I, so I can go first. Hi everyone, my name is Burak. I am Turkish. I have just graduated from my master's degree Business Information Management here in Erasmus University Rotterdam. So I live in the Netherlands. And together with Julia, I am one of the co-founders of Global Kafe, which is an initiative focused towards, let's say, helping students around the world to study abroad and help them become the citizens of the world. And I'm very excited today to join this event. And I will nominate Julia.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Julia and I'm from Italy, but complicated, never lived there, lived kind of abroad. So it's nice to have an international setting here today. And yeah, I just finished my bachelor in psychology and I'll soon start a master in organizational psychology. And as Burak mentioned, I am also a co-founder of Global Kafe, which is targeted to help people come study abroad and become global citizens. But yeah, I'm excited to see what outcomes come today. And if you're in the Nike Group 1, I will see you in a couple minutes. Enjoy it.
I think Abdurrahman, Dr. Abdurrahman, I think you just joined. If you want, you can introduce yourself briefly.
Okay, assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Abdurrahman Jamal. I have a PhD in finance. I'm also a graduate from HBK Islamic Finance 2019. Currently, I'm working as a freelance postdoc with Evron Talk. Thank you.
Perfect. Are we missing anyone? I mean, to be frank with you, the total number was supposed to be higher in terms of the participants, but I have, like apart from the facilitators, so that is why this introductory session was quite useful for us. So, but it doesn't matter really. What matters is the quality of work we do. So, without further ado, let's get started with the official program. Regardless of many colleagues who didn't actually join yet, but hopefully soon. So for today, as you all know, we are here to experiment a new tool developed by University of Gothenburg and the Baltic branch of Sustainable Development Solutions Network. And this tool is specifically designed to conduct the impact assessment for sustainable development goals. And the reason we wanted to take the initiative and utilize this tool and experiment how it looks and how it feels actually to use and in what ways it can be used as an educational endeavor is primarily because of a research grant we have received past few months actually. I mean, we have received last year, but the start of it actually is in April only. A grant supported by Qatar National Research Fund for 5 years entitled Sustainable Development Goals, Education and Global Citizenship in Qatar. And in collaboration with various academic and non-academic entities. Essentially, this is a very hands-on research grant, and some of the participants and some of the facilitators in this group actually are in fact part of this grant. So hopefully in the next 5 years, not only we will be utilizing from the tools developed by others, but we will be also developing our, let's say, customized tools or work with others to kind of produce more. So we are not necessarily in the area of like assessing impact for others, but I believe our real strength lies in the area of education for SDGs and the educational aspects revolving around sustainable development goals. So today, while we were getting prepared, a good idea was actually to invite a short keynote speech holder for SDGs, and I thought that there wouldn't be a better scholar than Dr. Dalal Asuli, my colleague and Associate Dean of Academic Affairs at College of Islamic Studies, Hamad bin Khalifa University. And she will be giving a short talk about SDG impact and the role of private sector. And before, of course, we start the process, I also want to thank my colleagues from Global Kafe, Burak and Julia, for their keen interest and for collectively organizing this event with us and their support. I hope that this will be the start of many other collaborations together. And once again, congratulations for establishing a very passionate framework, an organization called Global Kafe, and partnering with us in this activity for today. So there, Dr. Dalal, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Evren. And again, I mean, for those who just joined, congratulations again for being part of these initiatives, which is timely and also very relevant given the current context and the current global mobilization, both for the SDGs, but also on how do we report on the SDGs. I think I'm glad to see the diversity first of the participants, and really I would like to congratulate my colleague and brother Evren for this amazing initiative, and also for bringing together this diversity. And I've attended many events, and honestly, this is one of the first times I see a very good representations, and also to see the youth in this initiative, because this is clearly the future. And there's a lot of emphasis currently on how do we engage the millennials and adapt basically any initiatives that is targeting sustainability in general to their needs, which require fast and also efficient services. I think to look at globally and also to look at what happened after the pandemic, because the SDG agenda was actually established back in 2015, but since last year we've been having the pandemic, which disrupted a lot of the achievement of a lot of SDGs, and mainly when it comes to quality education and poverty. And as I mentioned, I just finished another webinar where we spoke about some of the challenges in the context of the Maghreb region, whereby you have a clear emphasis now on health infrastructure, on quality education, but also on mitigating some of the inequalities that were further impacted or widened following the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, before the COVID-19 pandemic, and to talk specifically about the role of the private sector, we had about $2.5 trillion of funding gap when it comes to achieving the SDGs by 2030. And after the pandemic, that has been further increased by another 1.7 trillion, actually a shortfall, but in 2000, just for 2020. And there are still research being conducted and other analysis to assess the impact when it comes to 2021, because as you all have noticed that we have now other variants of the virus, which now we're talking about the Delta, and hopefully, I mean, we're finding vaccinations and other solutions, but clearly it is still a challenging situation for several countries. Now, why is it important to engage the private sector? Because all of these initiatives, and if you look at the 17 SDGs, they target development challenges. So the idea is that you mitigate development challenges in a number of countries. That means that any initiative needs to be customized to the development challenges of particular countries. So you cannot simply replicate any initiative without taking into consideration country-specific factors. Quality education is a challenge in a number of developing countries, for example, but it is not the same challenge if you want to assess it and what needs to be done when it comes to, for example, let's say if we're talking about the context of Qatar or another developing country. That analysis will be similar when assessing other challenges like climate change or, for example, access to clean energy. For some countries, you're talking about energy transition. You're talking about transition from using brown energy to clean energy or green energy, whether in other countries you need to first address issues of first accessing energy, which is, for example, the case of some sub-Saharan African countries. So that means that clear or tailored strategies need to be implemented and also integrated in the national development strategies of each country. Now, why the private sector? Because before, or usually for infrastructure projects or for projects that target mainly safety nets, it's mainly the public sector and supported also by, let's say, supranational or multilateral development banks in implementing those projects. Let's think about roads. Let's think about, for example, building hospitals, building public schools, etc. However, those funds are very limited. So since the implementation of 2015 agenda, there have been many discussions on how can we efficiently use those limited public funds to mobilize additional private sector funds. And therefore, we have a lot of innovations and a lot of, work when it comes to the policy side and also the financial innovation side in terms of attracting private sector investments to increase and mitigate this funding gap. And among them, of course, we've seen the development of a number of financial innovations recently, for example, the green bonds or green sukuk, or also in the context of banks when integrating sustainability objectives in their activities. So this is to say that you are actually in the right direction for those of you who choose to follow this program, that clearly this is the future. And you are actually, you took the lead perhaps among the first movers or being proactive into developing capacity in this area, because this is the future. Now, why impact investment or impact assessment is important? Because when developing these initiatives, you need to attract a wider investor base. And for that, you need to attract different categories of investors who care about the impact of their investment. And to do that, you need to be more transparent in terms of reporting on sustainability integration, but also in terms of assessing what have you achieved so far. So if I'm an investor and I care about what I'm investing, I need to see what has been done with my money. So for example, and that is the role of impact assessment. And it also helps governments to assess to what extent they have actually implemented their commitments under the SDG agenda, because every government has clear targets by 2030 to achieve. So it is a very important area that still needs further work. And I know most important is the work that you will be doing during this session, not really my speech, so I'll keep it short. But really, for those of you who are interested in this area, it requires, again, a diversity of skills from a financial perspective, from a policy perspective, from a legal perspective, from an assurance perspective when it comes to, for example, auditing and internal control, etc. So also from an engineering perspective, when it comes to developing dedicated also technologies and tools to assess impact. So it is, again, as I mentioned, the potential and a lot of innovation and is needed in this area. So I will stop here to allow you actually to really experiment the tool, and I wish you really a very good program, and I'm sure it will be a good program given the quality of content that has been prepared, and also the experience and the actually the commitment and the motivation of the participants and facilitator. So I wish you a very successful event, and I thank again my colleague, Dr. Evelyn, for giving me this opportunity to be with you in this event.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dalal, for the wonderful keynote and for reiterating the importance of impact assessment at a global level. So I know that everyone is very excited to start the process. So today we have one slide challenge, which is actually we have 8 groups. So we have 4 companies that we are going to be doing impact assessment: IKEA, Nike, Chevron, and Inditex. And all the groups, all the registered participants have received their emails and their cases in advance. So they know which case they are going to work on. And in addition, right now, I will activate the breakout rooms and also the facilitators. I will kindly seek them to explain the process one more time with the phase 1 sorting the SDGs, phase 2 the analysis part, and phase 3 getting the visual and the motivations, etc. So since our participants are, in addition to the registered ones, the ones who showed up today are way less, but we really admire them. So which means we have more time to discuss. So I have like a humble suggestion right now. Maybe for the sake of creating more impact, I recommend facilitators to put their names in the groups so that they can be both facilitators, also they can act as like a participant. So they can do the analysis along with the facilitation. So this will actually help us to keep every group with a reasonable number. Okay. So I believe everybody knows their groups. So I will open the breakout rooms, but you will be choosing the group that you'll be going to. And so now the rooms are open. And I will share my screen in case you don't know. Here is the major groupings. On my screen, you can see the group that you can go. IKEA 1, and these are the name of the facilitators for groups. And IKEA 1, Nike 1, IKEA 2, Chevron 1, Nike 2, Chevron 2, Inditex 1 and 2. There, Dr. Dalal, if you want, please join IKEA 1. That will be the first group. And this way you can see the facilitation of Duygu and Sakıp. And stop sharing. There, Abdurrahman, your group is, you know your group, right?
I think it's.
I mean, Fatin, Sakıp, their brother Ahmed. Are you?
Ahmed, the same
Yeah,
group.
but you need to choose your group. You need to go to your room on your own. I will not allocate you. Because it's I opened them so you have a chance to select. It's gonna be easier.
Dr. Talk, how to go to our room?
Sorry, I cannot see your name.
My name is Wan Haniza.
One Haniza.
Yes,
Haniza.
IKEA 1.
One Haniza, IKEA 1. Okay, I will assign you to IKEA 1.
Thank you.
Fatin, you are in Chevron 1. If you want,
Yes,
I can just
if
simply.
you could please, allocate me there.
Okay.
Okay, I've got you.
Dr. Dalal, I will assign to IKEA 1. Sheriza is in IKEA 1 too. Brother Ahmed Al Gharib, you are in Fatin and in Chevron 1. Saqib, you are in IKEA 1 too. I put you. Abdurrahman, what was your case study, Abdurrahman?
I received email in the text.
In the text 2.
Mhm.
In the text 1, in the text 2. Okay. Okay, I put you there. Christian, Namour, and Fatma Abdurrahman. Fatma,
I'm in group Nike 1.
Nike 1? Is it
Yeah.
Christian speaking?
Yes, Christian.
Okay, Nike 1. I put you in Nike 1.
Thank you.
And Fatma Abdurrahman?
In the text 1.
In the text 1?
Yes.
Okay, you're in the text 1 right now.